talking about whoring. How not to be boring. Yeah, yeah. Tell me you ready, Mellow, you ready to spit for the ladies that keep it nasty, dark and petty. If you pick me, then you might find this upsetting. You say that you're ready, well the joke's on you. Get it?
Hi, we're back. We've been so consistent. I just want to shout out before we get going. First of all, I'm Talley.
I'm Mel.
Hey yo, you thought I wasn't gonna do it, but I did.
Yeah, well,
I learned things.
Good.
Yeah,
that is beautiful. I'm proud of you. We're back on the Jokes on You pod. Thank you guys for listening and continuing to come back. Well,
like, follow, subscribe, share the podcast. Listen, we cannot do this if we don't amp it up and ramp it up.
Tweet us,
talk to us.
Instagram,
actually,
fuck Instagram. Y'all never getting a clip out of us ever again. Fuck
Instagram.
Every single one of y'all.
Instagram is kind of like, you know how like somebody invites you to something, you're like, yeah, I'll go, and it's the worst night of your fucking life, and you're like, I really should have stayed in the house.
Honestly, they don't deserve our insightfulness, our intelligence, or any of the things. Like anytime there's an opportunity to call us a whore, they're like,
whore is fat. Stop calling me fat. I seen it. I saw it.
Whore, fat, 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 whore.
Dog, I saw it already. The fat shit, it's not hurting my feelings, it's just pissing me off.
It just makes me, it's like,
okay.
Like,
what else? But it's because you can't call me ugly. So, fuck you, bitch. You fat. Fair? What do you want? What do you want me to say? So what? It's other fat people on here feelings you hurting. You calling me fat? I ain't even that big. It's somebody else's feelings getting hurt because you being mean. They might be your cousin. They your sister.
So it's like that.
Now you offending our fat friends.
And I don't like it.
I don't like that shit.
And whore, sure.
Fat ain't no bad word. Whore,
y'all not leaving Bible verses. Have you seen my comments?
Whore, I'll eat that. That's fair.
I'll say
you're not wrong. And totally, like you don't know me, but I could get how you would get there. But and then it's so funny because in your comments I have seen the Bible verses and I'm intentionally staying away from it because
and I went and looked it up and I was like, the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Don't know the Bible like I do. You don't want beef with me on that motherfucking book. Not at all. I promise you don't. So I'm trying to I'm trying to stay away from it because you think I don't know the word because I'm all sinny and shit. But I know the goddamn word.
And guess what? Them made that up.
Them crackers. I'm sorry.
Okay. Hey y'all. I'm very happy to be here.
Yes.
Are we? We have letters. Let's just rearrange it and do the jokes of the week last so we can go straight into it.
And then I forgot to put the letters on here as well. I'm tripping.
So we'll go to the letters. We have a letter from who? Okay.
You want me to read it? It's a
lot. No. I'll read it.
My nose running like I got a motherfucking monkey on my back.
You just got a letter from a Michigan gal. Okay.
It's from where?
Michigan. So let me make sure. Let me skim this.
Because who the fuck might this be?
Right. Okay. We're good.
We don't know her.
You don't know her.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I love the pod so much so I went all the way back to the beginning. Lauren is hilarious and fine. Mel is gorgeous, and last but not least, Talley, chef kiss, beautiful. Thank you. I had to write in because your girl is going through it. So I cut off all my hoes for a girl I really liked and fell hard for back at the end of February. We've been talking for a while, and yes, I let her eat me out like it was the Last Supper, period.
You nasty.
Everything was fine until her family moved in with her, and then she started becoming distanced. I live with my parents, and they are very traditional Black Christian people. Me. And she said she respected that, but I was no longer to come over. She said she had some money issues and was trying to move and get her family to move. And she wanted to take... Oh, I just lost my spot. Okay. And she wanted to take things slow. So I said, okay, we're going to need some paragraph breaks and some shit in here. Yeah. This is fucking me up. Okay. Yeah. But... I didn't know we would never see each other. Every time I would plan dates or just see each other, she didn't want to do it, or she said her people would be around. Then when her mom came to visit, she barely texted or called me even more, even though her mom wasn't staying with her. I tried everything. I expressed how I felt numerous times, but she said I was trying to argue. But I was really coming to her and expressing my feelings nicely and calm. Today, after we got off the phone, she said I was acting different and I'm just tired of being gaslighted and taken advantage of. Because not only did I try and invest time, but anytime she needed money, it was sent or I would bust my ass to get it for her. And when I stopped, she would all of a sudden not want to see me or too busy. I feel like I'm being used, so she told me today she was done and I just wanted to be friends. And just wanted to be friends. I just hate that I feel so bad, even though it's not my fault. Should I just block her and continue with my life? Yes. Or keep the window open and hope she changes. I love y'all. P.S. I DM y'all and no one responded, so I'm going to just at y'all on Twitter next time. LOL. Warm regards, Ash. Sorry, we do not check our DM.
Okay, so first of all, because this finna piss me off. Listen, that girl don't like you, and I'm not trying to be insensitive, but this is just like me hoping that this buttons this up for you, and sometimes you need to hear it from another person. That is not a person who is even your friend. If you remove all the romance from that situation, that person does not honor you at all. Leave them alone. Leave them alone, because I feel like this person is doing everything they can to distance themselves from you in a way that they are blameless, which is cowardly. That person should just have the fucking nuts to say, I don't want to be around you anymore. And especially if you're a very helpful person, you're a kind person, givers don't attract givers. Often givers attract takers. That person is comfortable taking from you. And that's why they're not like explicitly saying they don't want to be around you anymore. And that's why they're trying to leave room for friendship, because you are giving, and not just money. It seems like you're giving a lot to them.
And they're using their family as a scapegoat.
I don't like that hoe.
Like, oh, well, my mom...
I don't.
Fuck that bitch.
Fuck that bitch. I don't like. And I'm sorry. I know you probably love that person. They sound like they fucking suck, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That just made me mad. That just really
they're being mean to you, and I don't like
me in my spirit.
Yeah. And they're using the family as like a way out, but the family probably not even studying them like that. Like, no. We don't like that.
And sometimes I think God, because I don't let go of people. I don't let go romantically, friends. Even if I know that it's bad for me, God has to come and take things from me and come and snatch people from me. So maybe if you believe in God, if you don't believe in God, if you believe in the universe, maybe that was things beyond your control moving to get that person out of your life, because you would have just kept knocking at that door. You would have just kept trying. So maybe that person's family, whether that's the truth or not, because this person seems like they could also be a liar. This person's family coming to live with them, whatever, and y'all not really having opportunities to be alone.
Have you seen the family over there?
Have you seen any of these family members?
How many cars?
Give us a part two. Give us a part two, because I think that might just be God saying, "I said stop. I said no." So
yes,
that made me right angry this morning.
Yeah, that
upset me.
Yeah, so that's the answer. Boom.
That's the answer. Don't be that person. Find you a new friend. That person ain't your friend. So the game that we have for this week for the Booty Hole segment is if you could be any rapper's baby mama, who would it be and why? Let me tell you something. I hope it better not be mine. It might be. Okay, who is it? I don't know, but we don't have the same taste in men. Okay, sure. We have the same taste in celebrities, though. Yeah, because the pickings are slim. Let me tell you something. I don't know, man. Lil Baby seems like a good baby daddy. That's my answer. I was gonna say Lil Baby too. He seems like a good baby daddy. And for a plethora of reasons. First of all, I heard he's putting bitches through the hardwood floor. I hear he's fucking the shit out of these bitches. He like a brown bitch. That he likes a brown bitch. He like a thick bitch. And he don't mind paying for surgery. Because that's one of my things with having a baby. I need you to, like I say, wheel me to the fucking booty room. Right after this baby comes out, don't even take the shit off me. Just wheel me to the next room. So that's exciting for me. He seems like he take care of them kids. I have commitment issues. I have emotional issues. He seems just emotionally fucked up enough to be okay with who I am. Because he don't seem wrapped up good in the emotional department. They never are. They never are. But he says it out loud. He very much says like, hey, I ain't wrapped tight. I'm emotionally scarred. I'm emotionally fucked up. Tired of being tired. There you go. So I'm comfortable with that because I too am fucked up. I can't believe Yeah. So and I like gifts. I like bags. I like things. You like some shit now. I like to go places. You like some shit. I can raise me the fuck out of a baby. That's the thing about me. Not only his kids smart, they talk well, they have personality. I'd be an excellent baby mama. I think I'd be a better baby mama than I would be a wife. Not that I aspire to either, but I think I'd be a better co-parent than I would a wife. Well, I gotta see you every day, but like we can work. I don't want a man in my home. I will keep saying it. I do not want a man. That we need to make. I don't want a man. If I came home every day and a man was in my house, I would simply sleep on the porch. I don't. I don't want to fucking look at these niggas, man. I don't. But that Dominique. First of all, we ain't got to have no baby. I'd fuck shit out of that boy. And I feel so guilty about it because I love Jada. I don't feel guilty about it. I don't know Jada. Dominique. I said it last time. I don't know her. She seems like a sweet, nice girl. I'd fuck that boy 6 ways to Sunday. Shout out my label with me. and then TV. Yes! Yeah! You think I'm bullshitting? You been sitting here listening to my little baby for 18 episodes? You talking about something? I hate to like revert on my brand, but under certain circumstances, I cooks, I clean, I fucks, I shut the fuck up. I don't do none of that shit, but I will. Maybe not clean, because if you got all that money, I shouldn't have to clean up. I make you a little sandwich, though. I do some fucking. That's fair. Hey, I got the food and I got the pussy. And I could try silence. I'm not good at it. I'd give it a go. I give it a go.
I just won't do. That's Forever Color Purple. But Natty, you flat out can't have. First of all, we haven't talked about Color Purple. I can't wait to see it.
I'm going to lose my shit in that theater.
I can't.
And in my family, if you listening, I'm not cooking on Christmas. Get somebody else to do it. This motherfucker's older than me around that bitch. I'm going to see the movie. And when I get out the movie, I want my plate. I want to eat. I'm sick of being in the kitchen. I got a dip in my elbow, and I'm too young for this shit.
You mean like silly?
Yeah, I'm going to see the movie.
I can't wait.
It's hot.
Jokes of the week. So let's get into jokes of the week. I'll do mine first. I have several.
Do them.
I met Issa Rae yesterday. That was amazing. I almost died. It was amazing. She knew who I was. It just couldn't have gone any better in my head than how it went. I almost fainted, and I was just like, I was in front of people, so I had to like. But somebody was like, you living right. That's the best one of your life. I was like, But yeah, that was really great. Joke of the week. I have a couple, but the funniest thing that has ever happened to me in the history of my life happened on Tuesday.
What was it?
I was crying so hard. You know how you just like, you know what? I'm home alone. I'm just gonna go for it. I was crying so loud that my Apple Watch was like, "Hey, you're in a loud environment. Do you want to call the people?"
You had to slide down the wall, cry.
Oh no, I was on the floor up against my dresser, just and it felt great. Honestly, I just have been very overwhelmed and exhausted, and then it just one little thing that just take you over the edge.
It's like getting your belt loop caught on the door.
That was just like, you know what? Fine. That was like my 13th reason. So I was just having a day, went for a walk, all the things. I was just sad, and like my mom came home, and I was like, "Mom, I'm sad." Blah 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 blah. She's like, "Oh, baby," she gave me some like we talked, and then she gave me like some biblical advice, and it was like, you know what? I'll take it, So yeah, I was having a day. I laid down, and I was like, "Ooh, my sister gave me a CBD pre-roll from some event she went to. I'm gonna smoke it." But the funny thing is, I don't know how to use a lighter.
What the fuck do you mean?
I do not know how to use a lighter.
I know what those words mean as a sentence in English.
Like when people do this,
you mean?
I was not one of those kids who played, like we didn't have lighters and matches in the house, so I really don't know how to use them. So like when niggas I've never lit.
You've upset me.
People always do it for me because I never bought weed actually. So if I'm smoking with somebody, I'm smoking with somebody and they do the weed stuff.
What do you do with candles? How you like
So
candles?
I have the long, what you call them thing with the little trigger for the candle. So we're going to get that. That's all I know how to use. But I was like, I'm too scared to do it on the joint. So in my mind, I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to light my candle and then I'm going to light the joint from the candle.
My mama do that.
It's a terrible idea. And I used the candle that I made at a candle making class. So I don't know if the wick was just a little smokier than usual. So I'm in my bathroom, again, in my childhood home, in this Jack and Jill as bathroom, not the organization, to be clear. So I light the joint on there, and I'm trying to smoke in the bathroom, trying to turn the fan on. I smoked half of the joint. It got so smoky in that bitch. I'm trying to spray Febreze. I have the fans going. I'm like, oh my God.
Sometimes the Febreze make it worse.
What am I going to do? And my mom never has her door open. Her door was open. And then she's like, man, what's that? I smell smoke. Is some smoking? I was like, girl, I got this candle going. It's just a fool. So I went to go play my video game, and I was just like, gave it to God. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm tweaking or not, if I'm just paranoid, but yikes. So she texts me, and she's like, hey.
Y'all smoking?
She said, hi. Are you smoking weed? That's what it smells like. She said, ooh.
Y'all smoking up in here.
I was like, whoa! So I go in her room. I was like, hey, mother. So for context, if you do not know my mother, which you should not, my mother.
And it would be weird if you did.
It would be very weird if you did. She's a boomer Christian, like literally like higher education, doctorate in theology, Christian woman.
She's the Jesus lady.
She is very much Miss Bible 2023, right? So it's like, hey, girl.
Some life updates.
It is not weed. It is not THC. It's CBD. It's legal. I have been having a day, as you know, and I decided to smoke it to see if I would feel better. And I don't. I was just trying to see if I would. And I was just like, I just knew she was going to be like, you smoke crack, don't you? Pack your bags, bitch. You're out of here. You're disrespecting this house.
Yeah. She's going to do the Neo arms.
But she just laughed. And she was just like, oh, you really let the devil, take you down? I was like, Mom, yes. I'm bad. But she just laughed at me, and she just like, oh, you okay? You want to come in and lay here with me? My mom never invites me to her bed. My mom's not a hugger. I always just force myself onto her. Pause. But she was like, you want to lay in here? And I was like,
dumb. That was funny.
Oh, like, you feel bad for me. She just felt bad for me.
Mom don't like you to be sad.
No, and she genuinely could tell, like, the soul had left my eyes. And it was just funny. It was really a sweet moment. And it's just like, you never stop parenting. I think the lesson that you never stop parenting. I am about to be 29 years old in about 25 days, which is insane. But like, my mom really had to put her parent hat on, and she was positive parenting. And I think that was like, misbehavior is communicating an unmet need.
I was gonna talk about unmet needs later. Me and you will be right fucking
So
there.
I think I've taught her how to be a better parent. Because I've been talking about this, like how I want to positive parent to my children, and just explain it to her, and she positive parented me in that moment instead of vilifying me and how dare you and all this. She kind of just took a step back and just tried to figure out what I needed in that moment, and she was there, and that really, really warmed my heart, even at my big ass age. And
because this is where you need it most. Like, I think
she was what I needed in that moment.
I've been thinking lately, like, the older we get, like, we said this a couple episodes ago, like, truly, like, if it ain't one thing, it's another. And you don't realize how much you need your mom. And, like, for whatever you go through or whatever criticisms that we might have of our mothers, like, some of these things they've just lived and they can help us through. You know, it's certain things I didn't learn about how similar my mother and I were until I got older and realized that, like, she's not my fucking enemy. She never has been, but, like, she genuinely understands. I remember one time, like, when I'm having anxiety, it manifests as anger. And I'm mean to everyone around me because I simply cannot get a handle on my anxiety. And we were packing to go to Encinitas, and I couldn't find the top. Like, all my bathing suits, I could find some tops, but no bottoms. Some bottoms, but no tops. I was missing one shoe. I don't know. The devil was playing hard that day. And I was just anxious because we had to get to sleep. We had to get to the airport. And I was being as mean to her as I possibly could. And she said, just come here. And she just held me. And she was like, please just breathe. She was like, she's like, I get like this too. She said, there's just nobody to hug me. She said, but I know you're not being mean to me on purpose. Just breathe. And I just cried. I just cried so hard because I'm like, I didn't know that you understood that. But
listen, like, we talk about dads and niggas too.
Yeah,
moms is niggas too.
Even with my mental health shit, because I finally told my mother that I attempted on my own life, and she almost kind of casually was like, "Oh, girl, everybody in our family be wanting to kill themselves." What are you gonna tell me? What are you gonna say?
I'm the first
person to fucking feel like that for people I know. And she's like, "Girl, nah." She's like, "I tried to kill myself around your age too." I was alive and you're a child. What are you doing? So fuck me. What are we talking about? But she's just like, yeah, like, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a normal thing, and you're gonna.
But this is why you have to talk. Even with the whole weed game, my mom was like, I know what weed smell like. I ain't that saved, and I was just like, you smoked the devil's lettuce. But I tell you, like, my mom doesn't cuss. She only cuss if she's quoting somebody. My mom has never seen my mom drink.
She don't even cuss when she get mad.
No, my mom doesn't get mad.
Can I come stay with y'all for the summer? It seems so peaceful over there.
Honestly, it's survived.
I want to experience a peaceful household.
We really, like, people like, I can't live with my mom. I'm like, bro, that lady do not bother me. And I don't bother. I mean, I bother the fuck out of her. But, like,
I love my mom. Let that lady get on my last nerves and be like, dun 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 dun.
My mom, like, it's honestly, my mom does not get angry. I don't get angry. Like, we don't get mad. So, like, when I am angry, I just be like, what?
Yeah, you did say that the other day. That was interesting to me.
Yeah,
I went back and thought about that. All I know is how to be angry.
That's crazy to me.
I'd be that's my go-to. I have to walk back from anger in those situations.
When I'm angry, I feel like I'm malfunctioning.
When I'm angry, I feel comfortable and I feel able to move forward or backwards. I feel able to regulate myself from anger. Like if say I got three choices between emotions, right? I got a choice between anger, I got a choice between sadness, and I got a choice between being apathetic. I'm always gonna go for anger and then make a decision from there. Insane. I don't know. I gotta get back to the lady.
Judge you, but like,
that's crazy. No, for you to not be able to get angry baffles me. Because sometimes I be angry, like, with you or about something involving you, and I'm like, get here so we can get there.
And all the time I'm like, hey, I don't know what this is about.
I do. And that's, I'm like, do it! I'm like, you know
I'm just like, I'm just not doing this because I'm just,
yeah.
Be normal.
I don't know. I just wasn't raised. Everybody I know is angry, so I just.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's, yeah, I mean,
no, we
make
sense
on here one day. We can have some therapy in here.
My joke of the week, I know that, like, my whole vibe is, like, hating these niggas. And I usually say that it's on a institutional level, you know what I'm saying, like a systemic level, and the ways that the patriarchy has affected me, blah, 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 blah. I hate you niggas. Any nigga under the sound of my voice right now, I hate
this is racially
you. This is free from race. This is free from gender identity. This is free from creed, color, religion.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Niggas have been so fucking weird to me over the past like 10 days.
Literally.
It has been so vile. First of all, I don't want to get into it because I'm going to start crying. The too long didn't read of it all is I got fucking assaulted in the parking lot in Decatur at the Chapel Beauty. Some man was sitting in his car with all his windows down, masturbating towards me in an attempt to scare me, and then when I ran and got to the police, he had driven off. So if you shop over there, just be aware, silver fucking sedan, 4 doors, older model, he's a fucking weirdo, and that's happening. That took everything out of me. I genuinely considered becoming a hermit and just being like, I don't have to go outside. Everything I need, I can get off
because niggas is out
because niggas is outside. So I can just get, my groceries on Instacart. I can just, order all the things I need to order, and I don't need to leave this home. I genuinely felt unsafe. Because that type of shit is not just only the assault in itself. Like, that type of stuff, he's probably doing at night. He's probably doing it when women are alone.
Like, that's not his first rodeo.
That's not his first rodeo.
He's doing this in broad daylight at the fucking hair store where, black women congregate at the
little
fucking
girls shop there. Little girls walk up and down Candler together to go to either the Chapel Beauty at South DeKalb or the Chapel Beauty up there. Mm-hmm. You're trying to harm black women on purpose. Your hunting ground is black women. That's bananas to me.
If you go to a hair store and black women are going to be at the hair store.
That's why he's doing it though.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, you are a literal predator. Like, you are going to look for a prey. Hunting. Yeah. He probably and then went to the next one.
He probably did. He probably came back. So it was just really uncomfortable. I could not stop throwing up. Like, I threw up a bunch of times. That was one of the things that forced me to, like, call my dad, because that was the closest person I knew that lived over there. So I'm just like, I need, you know what I'm saying? I need a familiar voice. Like, I need somebody to talk to. It was really fucking bad. So eventually, I'm not over that, but, like, I've been outside. I've been going to do things since then. I went to hang out with my friends. Shout out Jasa, shout out Brittany, at the pool. And, like, so wherever she lives, all the black people that live in the building have a group chat. So, like, when one is at the pool, they'll text everybody else. It will become a shenanigan. People throw stuff on the grill. It's very, like, millennial, like, fun times, So, everybody was, like, texting folks to come outside. This dude came out and was very much, like, on my body. Like, and I looked excellent. You did. Thank you. Moo. Yes, Moo. I love my cow bikini. I'm very, like, just glad about the look that I had going on. But this one particular dude was just, like, on me, and I flirt for the sake of flirting sometimes, and I realized when he was talking to me, like, I'm flirting for fun, you're flirting because you like me, like, we're gonna have to, like,
it's weird now,
like, we're gonna have to distance it. So he was like, say this thing in front of us, we're both sitting on it, it's like a pool chair. He's talking to me, which I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? The conversation isn't particularly interesting, but it doesn't make me want to die, so, like, I'm continuing it, and he keeps touching me in conversation. Relax. So the first time that he touches me, I, did the Jocelyn, trying to be funny, like, don't be touching up on me. Like, don't touch me. He did it like 2 or 3 more times to the point where I had to be like, hey, stop touching me. And I had to raise my voice so that other people clocked it. So Jasa and Brittany, I don't know if Brittany heard it, I think she did, but they heard me be like, hey, stop touching me. Like, at this point, like, you're freaking me out. So I had copious amounts of champagne, and I get real pissy when I, not like on the floor, but like I go to the bathroom a lot when I drink. So I'm like, I want to go to the bathroom, and immediately I was like, this is the type of nigga to follow you to the bathroom. Absolutely. So I told Jasa and Brittany, I said, I have to go to the bathroom. Please make sure that he does not follow me to the bathroom. I get up to go to the bathroom.
He get up.
He's coming in the door. I see him coming towards me, and when I say I don't watch sports, Brittany and Jasa headed off that shit and pulled him to the side and was like, you're fucking weird. You're being weird. And that's all I hear from the bathroom. And I'm in there like I can't breathe because I just got fucking I got attacked at the damn hair store, and now this shit is happening. It's like, bro, what was going to happen when you followed me to the bathroom? At the very least, you were going to impress conversation upon me that I told you that I did. At the very least, you were going to talk to me after I said I didn't want to be talked to. And at the most, you're going to try to diddle me, bro. What the fuck is going on here? So then, goddamn, yesterday or the day before yesterday, I just told you this before we got on air, I was going to get something out of my car. You know, my car was parked on the street. I see this unhoused man, and he's rambling about the U.S. military and things like that. And I'm like, I don't want shit to do with that. And mind you, I'm outside in my house shorts. I'm in my T-shirt, and I got my Sealy twist in because I had just washed and conditioned my hair. So I get the parking pass out of my car to bring to Brittany. She's parked in the back. So I'm walking, and I'm walking. I could feel him behind me. So something in my brain was just like, pick up the pace. Like, let's run. And I can't run. It's a very silly thing to see. I look like a duck with tits when I run. So I'm like, okay, let's run. Let's get out of here. So I put my fucking Six Flags arm down over my top, and I get to fucking beating feet, right? So I hear from behind me, why you running? It's like, oh no!
Why are you running?
And so I start running faster, and I'm just mumbling down the hill. Hey man, I just got somewhere to go. I gotta get out of here. So I get to Brittany's car, knock on the window, and she's like, "What? You know, like what's going on?" I'm like, "Let me in the car." So I get in the car, and we lock the doors, and we look, and this nigga is searching for me in the parking lot.
Police,
help! He looking first of all around the dumpster and in the dumpster. I didn't know I looked dumpster-ish, but he looking in the dumpster. He's looking all around the parking lot. You were going to murder me.
He thought you were one of his houseless peers, and he thought it was new bitches on the block that he hadn't seen
Is
yet.
that what goes on in that community,
and
though?
He was like,
if you think I'm new homeless, come introduce yourself like a normal. Don't fucking come
he
over
was
here.
like, it's new bad thick bitches that's homeless now?
I don't want. Anyway, I say all that to say,
that?
you niggas is weird. You scaring the hoes. Please just be normal. Just be normal. Because the dude who was being weird at the party, honestly, if he had just behaved maybe like 10 degrees more normal, you could have got my number. And maybe if I got real sad again, I might let you eat me out.
Might.
But you made it weird.
You had to scare the hoes.
You had to fucking make it weird. You had to make it weird.
I have similarly had so many just yucky experiences with men in the past 10 days. Mm-hmm. And it, whether it be strangers on the street, whether it be niggas I've known for 15 years, it just got fucking weird. So, you know, I travel on the weekends, whatever. I was like, I'm going to the gym, so I go to the gym. I'm working out. Boom, I hear from somebody from high school. Haven't heard from him in a while. He don't be on social media. He's like, oh, I heard you on tour. I'm just like, yeah, hey, friend. But he was like, hey, I heard you on tour. I saw that message. I was like, okay, let me finish my workout. Mm-hmm. He texts twice more. So when I finish, I go like, oh, let me see what he was talking about. Mm-hmm. LOL. He's like, damn, man, I ain't know you got pinky thick.
Don't talk to me about porn people.
Then he was like, Jit gained that COVID weight and never lost it. LOL, JK, emoji eyes, sweaty emoji.
Which eyes?
How
the fucking these? The ovals? Oh, that's fucking gross, bro.
And then he was like, oh, how you been though? It's been almost a week. I have not texted back because it was just like, I had a scathing. I was like, you know what? Don't you call my motherfucking phone. Because I was like, oh, you just called me a fat bitch. But I asked that boy, and that boy said this is a sexual weird thing. Either way, I don't fucking like it. Ew. So that was strike one.
And we don't talk. So why did you think you could come talk?
I haven't heard from you in so long, and this is what you have to say to me. And it's no congratulations. I'm proud of you. This is amazing. Girl, you got pinky thick. I don't want to be compared to Pinky.
I think sometimes
I'm sure she's a sweet lady.
She probably is very kind.
Yeah.
Most of the sex work girls are dolls.
They're very nice.
But I think sometimes boys see images. Because he probably was looking at a picture of you or something. Or video. I think their dicks get hard.
I know exactly what she said.
And then they hand they hand the phone to their dick.
And the dick
is just like eyes.
It's strange. Fucking I don't enjoy that. So that was strike one. Then, luckily, I'm the only girl on the tour, so I just feel like, you know that when it's like a bunch of niggas and it's like that little cartoon character girl and she like this, that's kind of like safe, I feel. Mm-hmm. So we drove to Boston and we just walking around Boston, you know, having a good... Boston. We got some chowder in Boston.
You got in the car?
We got in the car.
Went down to the harbor.
It was so funny because we was like making fun of the accent the whole time. Like, I want to hear somebody do the accent. And I'm getting some lemonade, and the man giving the lemonade said his boss asked him about Instacart, if he could do Instacart for the lemonade or some shit. He was like, Instacart. He said something about Instacart. It was so fucking funny. But anyway, we're walking down the street, And we're in the pack. So this man comes up and talks to Kev. And I'm like, oh, great. He's not talking to me because people always talk to Kev because Kev is the famous one. And he was like, yeah, hey, y'all, I just want you to tell me if I'm off or not, blah, 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 blah. And we're like, okay, yeah, sure. I'm thinking this nigga about to sing. He was like, yeah, I just need people to understand the difference between Brandon and Brandon when he's high off crystal meth. Because it's just like, my thing is, I looked at him, I was like,
I'm sorry, what?
This man was on crystal meth. No, then we walked 5 minutes prior to that. We're walking, and it's like a bunch of like
the Big M.
Big M. This is a black man. He had an ankle bracelet on. I was like,
the coloreds do the Big M. I didn't know that, but they do.
He didn't look like a crackhead or homeless.
They don't. There's so many functional drug addicts.
He looked like a regular dude, and I was just thinking he's about to come like I'm a singer and I know y'all blah blah blah. But he didn't know who we were. He was just talking to us because we was black. It was just crazy. So before
you get your messy ass out of here. I'm sorry. And I know that we're not supposed to say stuff like that. You take that meth down the street. Go back to your people. Get out of here.
There was people like it was like Boston is beautiful. I really liked it. But they were out there and they were smoking and it was a pipe. And Josh was like, they smoking crack. I'm like, they ain't smoking no damn crack. It's 90 degrees. Like, crack is a summer drug. And it's not a summer drug. I'm sorry. It's not a summer drug. Like, I feel like I just feel like it'd be too hot to do crack.
Baby,
Didn't we say?
That's not how drugs work.
Is that not what? Remember when Lauren was telling us about?
She said somebody lit her fucking shit from the bottom.
That's all I could think about. And I was like, oh my god, they are lighting it from the bottom. I was like, there's no way they're doing crack. But then we ran into Crystal Meth Brandon. I was like, they were doing crack.
If I see somebody do some crack,
I've never seen.
I just. Because again, I say all the time, having an alcohol problem or having a weed problem, people think it's different from other drugs. It's really not. It's just your perception. You know what I'm saying? Like, the things affect your body differently. But if you have an addiction, you have an addiction. Let's stop there. That's the hard side. Some crack. If I were to see with my eyeballs some crack,
I just refuse to believe it.
I just refuse to believe you're doing crack. You're doing crack. It took a while for me to get comfortable knowing that people was doing coke at parties, because in my mind I'm like, oh, coke. But some crack.
And I mean, bro, it was 3:00 in the afternoon, bro. I was like, yo ass.
But no, but like okay, so from like a substance point of view, because like for me, I could have a drink at 10:00 in the morning, and some people would be like, you need to go to the hospital. You need to go see somebody.
By 3 p.m., I mean just we can see you.
You're supposed to do your crack in the closet.
You do. I thought there were crack homes that you're supposed to do crack in.
Don't call it crack homes.
There are establishments where you do your crack.
But I always wonder when people have drug problems.
They don't give a fuck.
That's not the point. I mean, they don't, but that's not the point. So, like, for instance, when people have alcoholism, as I do, sometimes something will trigger you into needing a drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, something will happen to me. Like, if I'm out, it could be super small, and not that I'm like addicted in a way that I just can't go without the fucking sauce. But like, I get triggered into like drinking, because that's how I kind of like regulate my like emotions. So like, sometimes I will be out and something will happen to me, and I'll be like, nearest bar, and I will need like a drink. It might be noon. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might be 1:00 in the afternoon. We're just normalized. We just have been socialized that that's normal. But I wonder when people do crack, it's like, I had a hard couple of minutes. Let me get my fucking pipe and get it, because that's the same thing to me. No, it's the same thing to me.
Yeah, it didn't seem like damn, I have me a day. Let me hit this crack. Just like, oh, it's crack time. It just seemed like,
that's bananas.
What time is it? Time for some crack. So that shit was funny to me.
I want you in prison.
So that was weird. And then, you know, having to exist on the internet, it gets very weird on the internet, between being called a fat whore, like we said, on Instagram every 5 seconds, Twitter having to block 46. I can say anything on Twitter and I'm getting cussed out, and it's just like, y'all have to relax.
I'm almost upset that like my following is where it is now, because once you get over 10,000 followers on Twitter, everything you say is getting amplified. You're getting like that picture of me and my, first of all, I'm sorry to the African side of Twitter for saying that I was a cow. It was a song lyric by Doja Cat. I know I'm not a cow. Thank you for telling me that I am a child of God in Jesus' name. I got so many fucking prayer warriors from that continent telling me that I ain't no cow in Jesus' name. I don't know what a Fulani herdsman is, and that's what they were saying about my picture. I got a whole bunch of uncomfortable comments about my tits, and it's just like, for me, I understand what my body looks like. I understand how a horny toad could be a horny toad. Brother, relax.
I'm gonna say it.
You're going to say what?
It's not nice.
A Fulani herdsman?
No, I don't know what the fuck that is. We got to get Africa off Twitter. We got to get the motherland off Twitter.
Because what is happening?
What y'all got? Every time it's the worst tweet I've ever seen. Where they at?
South Africa.
I don't know what
every single time.
Yeah, we got to get them.
And then being a curvy person, if you post a scandalous enough picture of yourself, it's going to that side.
Africa
gonna find that ass. They gonna find them cheeks.
Them and them drums is coming to your side.
They gonna fucking find them cheeks. I was reading
the Jamie Foxx special. Was like,
and what's so funny is I try to like speak about my body in a way that I preempt some of the nastiness, because I know how sticky it fucking gets when how people talk about what I look like. Brother, they just powered through anyway. Like, I tried to put the caption in a way that I'm aware I'm a woman with big titties in a cow bikini. I'm telling you, cow. I know titties, milk. We get the joke. I'm saying it, and it's like, I'm gonna fucking milk you hard. I'm like, no, please don't. God damn. Be normal. But anyway, that goes right into the fucking topic of how disgusting you niggas are. Yeah. And I know that we do this whole we hate men thing.
I did. Okay, I had a couple more to my story.
Okay, yes,
I had two more to transition into the weirdness. So Monday, I finally go outside. I was so excited. I landed in time. I can hit the cookouts. I hit a cookout. I got 2 I ended up at a Q party. It was weird.
You don't ask me to do shit.
And the Q. No, this was some family shit, and you don't like the people, so.
I don't like a couple of them people.
I didn't know who all was gonna be there, so I drug my license
on my list. Most of the FAMU people only have 2 stars.
Great, that's amazing.
Which means just don't talk to me and we straight.
Sure.
Yeah.
I called my license and drug her with me because it was like FAMU, you know, peer event. So it was great. And I went to a Q party, and the Qs were the least weird niggas of the day. And do you know how weird you gotta be for the Qs to be the most well-behaved niggas of that evening?
They're doing a rebrand, though.
Them niggas did not bother me. And I'm also was the oldest bitch at that party, which is another joke. This is how I knew I was old. Before I get to the weird niggas. We at this party. It was like some of my older homeboy is a Q, and that was like these people. But all the niggas that was at the party was young. Like, these is young, like, little new deltas. I was like, look at the churn.
Gross. Like, I don't want any part of any of that.
Like, they have it nail on. I'm just like, I have not been to a Q party since at least 2014. Like, this has been, I'm just here because I just want to be outside. But I was visibly old. Now I see what the little Gen Z bitches be talking about when you can spot an old bitch by they highlight and shit. And I was like, these hoes is young, but bitch, you my age. I can tell you old. And it's like, damn, this is how they can tell us.
That's why I'm just leaning into it.
I'm like, damn, this is what old bitches look like, because I'm seeing the old bitch among the young bitches, and you look like me, and we both old. And I knew she was old because she was with somebody who I know was old, who went to school with me. I'm like, both y'all bitches old. And I'm old. And this is another reason I knew I was old. Rock Your Hips came on. So me and my line sisters, we look up, they look at us like,
oh my God.
And we're like, oh my God.
The shame and horror.
We the only ones rocking our hips.
No,
the bitches don't rock their hips no more. They doing this.
The young bitches don't rap Knuck If You Buck anymore either. They don't rap Knuck If You Buck. I saw that at the last twerking tequila I was at. Knuck If You Buck came on, and I'm like, Knuckin' and Bucket. Radio silence. Bitches are going to the bar.
Y'all not shaking your dress?
You hoes are not cultured. You're just not.
These heads?
What?
I'm the
Am I old? But the thing about it is, the honor in being a hot old bitch is that they don't bother me.
You know,
they know I'm old, and they don't.
Auntie, can you pass me the Alizé?
I'm confused now.
It's okay. We'll wrap it up.
Okay. We got shit to talk about.
No, we do. So the weird thing is, like, niggas do, like, I just had a homeboy who we've been homeboys since 1997, and just like, but kind of like slickly asked me on a date, and I was like, when we started doing that, like, this is, now I feel valid because we've been buddies and besties. But not, have you wanted to fuck me this entire time?
Yes.
That was weird. And then I was out with another dude who we used to, like, you know, hang out. You know.
Hang out.
Used to hang.
He doesn't want to be your friend either.
No, okay. Absolutely not. But we never, like, hunched nothing. But my arm has this weird thing right here. I don't know what's going on. But niggas do this thing where they try to, and has done this too.
He's disgusting.
But
he makes me fucking
niggas
sick.
do shit, and they know they're around other niggas who may be looking at you that you don't see them looking at you, but they do little subtle shit to make it seem like you with him. So like every time
I have comments.
So I've been we was at the party, right? I'm talking about it. Fuck, he ain't gonna be my ass. And I was like, oh, that nigga's shoes fake. We laughing at niggas like having fake Jordans, which is problematic in and of itself, but whatever. We just laugh at it because I know he likes shoes. So he's pointing other niggas' shoes to me, but he's doing it in such a way. He's like, hey. That nigga's shoes ugly, but you doing it like squeeze. I'm just like, hey, stop.
I don't, because Here's the
you
thing.
know what you're doing. I'm like, why nobody hollering at me? Because like they think I'm your bitch because you doing this my bitch shit.
And I will go around to every other nigga in this party and set the record straight. I will walk around to every fine nigga in here and be like, me, him, not his bitch. I know what he tried to make it seem like. I know what it was giving off. Me and him, we are not locked in and we are switching up. I don't know this nigga at all.
So like when Redacted did that years ago to me, that's when I was blackout drunk. That's why I was like, I like made out with like 2 other niggas in the party just to prove like, you
so think you finna pee on me?
You think you gonna grab my ass in another party? Okay. I'm about to kiss this other nigga. Now that was not the best way to handle the situation, but I understand.
But it was a solution.
And I was 23. I was just doing anything when I was 23. But niggas do shit like that, and I was just like, stop.
I think that women are. This is a different conversation. Let's get into the topic and then we'll come back.
Let's try to do this quickly.
So I want to talk about scaring the hoes and what that means. And I know that a large part of our audience is not men. I know that, but our videos get to men on the internet. So maybe this maybe this will happen. I don't think men understand what scaring the hoes actually means. So they think that they are doing fine and they're absolutely not.
You think a nigga coming in talking about anime is scaring the hoes, but like no, like the hoes are actually like I'm sure the person who made this up, that's what they were talking about. But like let's talk about scaring the hoes as like on a higher level.
I think a lot of men think if I'm not doing the big R, you know what I'm saying? If I'm not physically harming women, I'm not scaring the hoes. I'm not being terrifying. Like that lady who, there's a graduation picture that somebody posted of themselves, a young person. And this lady had on some nude colored pants and she was shaped.
And she was thick as hell.
Beautiful. She was shaped thick as hell. You go through, first of all, the comments were vile. Then someone had photoshopped every other person out of the picture. The balloons got photoshopped out of the picture, and it's just her. And it's like, bitch, this is a human being. This is a person.
Do you know how long that could have took? And it's like, not only that, somebody was like, hey, bro, you already know what to do. And this man's like, sure. Let me get my little dweeb ass on the computer. Got it. What's the sitch? Fucking freak. Fucking weird ass
nigga. And every comment that I saw was a man kikiing about it, thinking that it was funny. And it's like,
the girls
this
are like,
is the type
hey.
You think that no harm is coming from this, and it absolutely is. This person went outside dressed like that. That was her offering to the world. That was not an invitation for you to zoom in. That wasn't an invitation for you to ostracize her in a way that she was just that's a normal life event. She was walking away. She was walking. She does not even. She might not even be aware that she's on the internet. And y'all are being fucking terrifying. The bikini picture. I went through that thread. So many people had zoomed as far in as they could on my fucking sugar ball, on my box. My puss, it was already out there. What are we talking about here? Report it and block.
You know what else is weird?
I reported it from my burners. Fuck y'all.
As you should.
Fuck you guys.
That's like when the fucking what's the Doja Cat? The red with the red light. What was that?
The silhouette challenge.
The silhouette challenge. When niggas were digitally unreading the things so they could see bitches' titties. You already got the tit. It's not enough. But seeing the outline of her nipples not enough. You got to go digitally
talked about
at
that men often don't feel fulfilled with images, sexual images that women post of themselves. So they have to do that type of shit to feel like they got something they weren't supposed to have. Like how the OnlyFans girls say they make more money. We've talked about this before. They say they make more money when they make it seem like their shit was leaked rather than they released it themselves. These niggas are degenerates, but they think, we might have to do a part 2 to this.
Fine, we ain't got
no topic for next time, so we'll do it. But just wrapping up this point, I think a lot of the times men think that if I'm not, they've been socialized like rape's the worst.
Or you want to do a longer episode and that's it. That's all y'all get. What y'all think?
No, let's just do a part 2.
Okay, I'm just because they
I don't do. I'm not doing it. And I saw that I'm not doing no 2-hour episodes. I don't have the capacity for it mentally, spiritually, physically. It's hot up in this motherfucker when we sit in here. I'm not doing a 2-hour episode. Make your own podcast if you want a 2-hour episode. I'm sorry. I'm just straight up. I love you. I'm glad you're here. Please stay around. No, I'm not fucking doing that shit. It's not 2 hours.
2 hours?
2 hours.
You know how musty I be for 2 hours?
What do you think you got?
Just shooting 2-3 episodes at a time?
No, it's absolutely not happening. Hell no.
Hell no. Who is that?
But no, we're gonna make this a part 2 because we've talked extensively.
Man, shout out to Lil Reese, man. I didn't know who that young man was a month ago, but he is completely transformed.
He's a very funny person. It's
funny.
very funny. He's also quite terrifying.
I'm sure you've killed so many people, Lil Reese, but honestly,
I'm not sure you've done that. She says you're sure you done it. I'm not sure you did it. I don't know.
Sure.
I'm off it. I don't know what he's done. I don't know what he's. I don't want shit to do with Chicago. Them niggas is scary. Oh my God! Before we wrap up, one of my first early experiences in politics was working in Chicago. And when you work in politics, you at the bottom of the totem pole. When you come in, one of your jobs is going door to door, knocking on people's doors, trying to get them.
Let me tell you what I'm not doing.
Let me tell you, I did do it. You know, but I was a young reckless bitch. I didn't really want to live anyway, so it didn't matter to me.
Fair.
So when you walking around knocking on doors and shit. You people just answer the door, no light in their fucking eyes. You can just tell that they do the murdering. As here I am trying to get you to vote for Bernie Sanders, and they like, are you out here? Are you out here? But the amount of times that niggas, because I also wasn't aware of what I looked like at that age. The amount of times I got asked, "Are you out here by yourself?" and I had to just sprint away. I don't want shit to do with Chicago, man. I run into. And then I didn't know enough. Now I know to like tell the people who work for me, like, hey, research the neighborhood you finna go knock. I didn't know that. They sent me out there with a clipboard and a dream. Just knocking on the south side.
No, thank you. But the niggas do be fine in Chicago.
Fine and murdery don't do nothing for me.
No, I didn't say the murdery ones were fine. Because honestly, all them little murdery ones, none of them are fine to me. Dirk has seen some things and you can see it in his eyes. Now Vaughn was cute, but that Vaughn
looks like and I'm not trying to be derogatory, but he did look like a very pretty girl to me. He didn't look like he's pretty. He was also a serial killer.
I'm about to say you ain't got to do all that murdering, baby, because
you think people
he could have modeled.
People know they ain't got to murder. They choose to murder.
The stories you tell in your songs ain't gotta be true, baby. But they were. All right. So we gonna wrap it up.
We're gonna do a part 2 of the Scaring the Hoes episode.
All right, bye.
Bye.